Morning everybody, welcome to my channel, Two Wheel Limey. So I'm just out for a bit of fresh air, walking around the coulees, just near my apartment where I'm living. So today I just thought I'd give a little bit of history on my motorcycle journey. So I think I started riding a bike when I was 14, I think. I used to borrow a friend of mine's bike when I was back in England. Yeah, so my friend's bike was, I think it was a Kawasaki Z250, I think. And I'd never ridden a bike before. And I thought it was freaking awesome. So I used to borrow it off him every chance I got. My parents hated bikes. And I'd rode it for a while without them finding out. But eventually they found out and they gave me shit for it. A lot of it was deserved because when I was riding it, I thought I was invincible, doing stupid speeds. A lot of the time it was early hours in the morning, so there wasn't much traffic around. But yeah, I was just racing round, thought I was cool, and in fact I was a dick. And anything could have happened. I wasn't experienced on a bike because, like I said, I'd never ridden one before. It was all self-taught. So that went on for quite a while. And then a few years later, I bought myself a bike, a Suzuki Bandit. I will try and get a picture of it. I thought it was an awesome bike. Quick as shit too. So yeah, I started riding that again, being a dick. Thought I was super cool, going stupid fast. I went everywhere on it. A couple of buddies that I used to work with, we used to ride a lot. Then I went to a Suzuki Bandit Owners Club meeting. I think it was every week. It was just a meet up, we'd have coffees or whatever, do group rides, bike shows, all that sort of stuff. And then after a while of me keep going there, the area rep of Manchester asked me if I would be an area rep for the Northwest, which I did. Set my own club up in one of the local pubs that I used to go in. I think in the end we ended up with probably, I don't know, 30 members. Did a lot of charity stuff, raising money for schools and children, and we'd have fun days at the pub so families could come out and have a good afternoon out. We raised a lot of money, especially for a local school that was near to where I was living. And these kids were not fully disabled, but disabled. and some of these kids just loved the bikes. We turned up one day to hand over a cheque for, I think it was £5,000, not Canadian dollars. But I didn't want all the bikes turning up because I didn't know how scared some of these kids would be. So it was just myself and the guy that was the treasurer and his wife. We just went to the school. The kids came out with the teachers, and you could see off the look of one of these kids' faces that he wanted to get on my bike. So I did say to the teacher, because there's a lot of things about my bike that was illegal. I had a racing exhaust on. I had a Simpson Bandit helmet which didn't have any lining in it or padding. I think it was meant for drag racing. I don't know why they wouldn't have any padding in it for drag racing, but it looked cool. It was black, same colour as my bike. So I'd said to the teacher that if he starts it up, it's going to be loud, so you're going to have to hold on to him. So I switched the bike on and told him to press the button, and she fired up, and the poor kid jumped a mile. But the look on his face will live with me forever. He was so excited. Yeah, so we raised a lot of money, and then I used to go riding with a buddy of mine. He used to have a Yamaha R1, and he was as bad as me. We'd be doing 140 miles per hour in different places. I was an idiot once, and I was doing a burnout at a set of traffic lights. I didn't realise I was right opposite a police station, but luckily enough for me, no police came out, but there was a shitload of smoke. Well, yeah, and then I started making, shall we say, stupid decisions, trying to go around bends way too quick. And there was one occasion where I almost come a cropper. If I hadn't have dropped the bike really low, I'd have probably crashed into a wall. And that was my decision to sell the bike. So I sold the bike to another buddy that I work with, and I got withdrawal symptoms. So lo and behold, 2 months later, I bought it back. Yep, bought the same bike. Thinking, I'd grow up and slow down a little bit, stop taking as many stupid risks, but no. Carried on doing exactly the same. Needless to say, I didn't keep it for that long. I did get rid of it. I just didn't want to end up in a box. So yeah, and then I moved to Canada. Bought a house, got married, got divorced, lost half the house, as you usually do. But I bought another bike, and I always remember saying in the UK, when people talk about Harley Davidson, we used to call them hardly dangerous. I will never ever own a Harley Davidson. They're just not me. Give me my sport bike. But a buddy of mine was selling a Harley Davidson Sportster, so I bought it just to get used to it and get used to the roads over here in in Canada, because everything's a lot bigger. So yeah, I think I had that for a year, maybe a little bit more. Didn't do much riding on it because I was working away, so I was 2 weeks away, 2 weeks home. But when I got home, all my friends were still at work, so I didn't really ride much. So after a while, I got rid of it, and then a little while later I got cancer. I got prostate cancer, so I'm all clear, by the way, 5 years, and I bought another bike. So now I got a Harley Softail, which you've probably seen pictures of, and I do ride it quite a lot. I think in June this year, I think it was June, me and a buddy went down to do Route 66. It's been on my bucket list for years, but I always wanted to do it on a bike. So we did that. We rode from Lethbridge to Sturgis because my buddy wanted to see Sturgis, not when the bike week were on. Then from there we went to Amarillo, Texas, and then after that across to California. Seen some awesome places, real good riding. So I think it was over 10 days, and I think we did over 6,000 kilometers. So I just want to say how beautiful it is here in the coolers. You just look at the view, and this is the first bit of exercise I've had in a long time, so I'm going to start walking back up the hill. So yeah, we did that, and then in July I did because I had prostate cancer, there's a charity called Ride.the, so I did that. I raised myself $1,000. That was pretty good, and I will do it next year. And then I do the usual rides, going to the Sun Road in Montana, Wallerton National Park. I just love riding the bike, but I have slowed down a lot. I mean, I'm a lot older now too. But yeah, my younger days were stupid. I was stupid. I was irresponsible, and sometimes I think how I'm still alive after some of the stupid things I did. But I think I did get on the TV once, not intentionally. Me and two buddies were riding down one of the motorways, stupid speeds again. And then there was one day I was sitting at home having my supper, and there was a TV program over in England. I'm not going to say what it is, and I'm not going to name my buddies, even though it is a long time ago. But it showed 3 bikes getting chased by the police, again at stupid speeds. And the closer I looked, I thought, oh, he's got the same leathers as my buddy, and it's the same colour bike. It wasn't a close-up shot. And I thought, oh, he's got the same leathers I got. Turns out it was us. We were being chased by the police. We did get away. We didn't get caught. But yeah, that was another one of the reasons why I had to get rid of the crotch rocket. It was just stupid. So yeah, that's my brief history on my motorcycling. I'm 60 years old now, but I'm still thoroughly enjoying it. Next year my buddy wants to go down to Texas and see the Alamo. That's another place I wouldn't mind seeing. And then in 2026 I'm going to do Route 66 again, because it's the 100th year anniversary. So that'll be interesting and that'll be fun. So yeah, I can't think of anything else at the minute. I don't want to bore you all too much, plus I'm getting out of breath now. So please leave a comment. I'd love to hear your comments on how much a dick I was, or an idiot I was, or how I've turned it round and be a little bit more sensible, just a little. So yeah, please leave your comments, and I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. It would really help me to build the channel up. So I mean, I would have done this video on the bike, but it's coming to our winter now, and she's all under cover for winter hibernation. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you all watching, and comment on my quality of the videos. No doubt I am probably doing a lot of stuff wrong, but I'd love to hear if there's things I could change, things I could do. So there's something to say about this freaking walking business. I'm too old and too out of shape for this shit. So anyway, if you're one of the lucky people that can still ride safe, and I hope to see you all pretty soon. Have a fantastic day. There is one thing that I forgot. When I bought the Suzuki Bandit, I thought, I think I better do this all legal and above board. So I booked a test, turned up to the test centre on the day on my bike, which I shouldn't have been riding, and the instructor was stood outside. He came over to me and said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm booked in for a test." And he said, "And you turned up on that bike for a test?" I said, "Yeah, I've been riding bikes for a few years." So he said, "You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to take one of our bikes, the smaller engine bikes, to do the test." But he said, "We'll see what happens." So we did a quick ride, and he said, "Yeah, you're good. I'm not even going to bother. Stay at the back of the pack." I think there's 6 or 8 more trainees. So yeah, we did the ride round, we did different stuff, and then he signed me off, and we did wheelies on the way home. So yeah, I shouldn't have turned up on my bike. It was too big an engine for taking your test. So yeah, but it's all worked out good. And then when I came to Canada, and I had to, because my bike license wouldn't carry over here, so I had to take the test again. So the guy was following me in his vehicle behind. I took it on my Sportster. So I had an earpiece, and he said, pull to the lights, then do a right. And then when you get to the first junction, do a right. So I did that, and it was a dead end because of construction. And he said, oh shit, I didn't realise there was construction here. So we went another road, I can't remember which way it was, a left or a right turn, and it was in more construction. And now he was getting frustrated. So he just said, I can see your ride, just take me back to the test centre, I'm signing you off. So I had an easy exam on that one. So, yeah, I just thought I'd throw that one in there too.